Hello everyone. In today's video we will be covering case number 11 and 12 from the Speed Solving Wiki, and these are your small lightning bolt cases. So you'll have, it looks kind of like a lightning bolt, or I think they're also called the downstairs and the upstairs, and there's two basic cases that you can have when you get a little lightning bolt on the top, and one of them is the Fat Sune, and we went over this in my Sune video, but we will cover this again in this video. And this one you can recognize because you'll have a bar and another little bar here. So you either have two bars, so a bar here and a bar here, or you'll have a single bar and then no bar on the other side. So that's how you can tell the difference between the two cases. And another way to tell is if you look at your island piece, so this is your little island piece here. If you look across from your island piece, if this is the color is the same color as your top face, then this will be your Fat Sune. And if it's not, then it's your other case. And I think this is called the downstairs case. So you either have a Fat Sune for this, or a wide Sune, or the upstairs downstairs case. And we will be going over both of those in this video. I did fully cover this in my Sune video, so if you want to go check that out, you can. But we will also cover it in this video. Let's get started. So the first one we're going to be covering is what's called Fat Sune or Wide Sune, and I cover this fully in my Sune video, so if you want to check that out you can. I'll leave a description in the link below. And how you recognize this is it's one of your lightning bolt cases, but you'll notice that you'll have a block here and a block here. So you'll only either have one where two blocks, or you'll have a block and then some individual ones. So if you have the double block, then you know it's a Fat Sune. And how we're going to orient this is we're going to place our island piece in the back. So here's what I call the island piece because it's kind of stranded on its own. The J is surrounding it, so it's a little island piece. And we're going to place that on the back. So the left-hand version would be here. So we're going to place it back here. And then we're going to start our Fat Sune with the corner directly opposite of this island piece. So here's our island piece, so we're going to start here. So this is our corner that we're going to start with. And basically a Fat Sune, what we're doing is we're doing the same thing as a Sune. So we'll take it out with one and insert it with the two. But a Fat Sune is you take it out, you take this entire block out instead of a single pair. So you'll take this whole block out and then fix your cross and then insert this block with the U2 move. So lift it up again and then down. So again, a Fat Sune is you take this, instead of taking a single block out, you're going to take the entire block out, fix your cross, move it over in the back, and then we're going to re-lift this up so we can insert it with a U2 and then lower. So again, take it out with one, move it over, insert it with the two, take it out, move it over, insert it with the two. So that's what a Fat Sune is, and that will solve this case, and we will orient it like this, corner in the, or our island piece in the back. We'll start with the corner piece that's caddy corner from this island piece, so it's this one. And we're going to start with this block here, since we're starting with this piece is the corner we're starting with. So we'll take this whole block out with a one, fix your cross, move it in the back, and then insert this with the U2, and then solve. So that's the right-hand version. The left-hand version is the same thing. We'll have our lightning bolt, and then you'll see a block here and a block here. We'll position our island piece in the back, and then we'll start with the piece caddy corner to that. So here's this piece, so we're going to start with this piece here, and then we're going to do a Fat Sune on this block. So Fat Sune. How we execute a Fat Sune, or how I typically execute a Fat Sune, I like to do things as regripless as possible. So we're going to lift this entire side up. So we're starting with this block, and let's do it on this cube. So we're starting with this block. We're going to pull it out with our finger, so we'll lift this whole side up, pull it out with the finger here, and then this one's here, ready to push it. And then we have to insert it with the U2, but we're not going to use a U2 on this hand. We're actually going to lift this up and then push our thumb in, and that's going to do the first U move. So again, we'll pull it out with the finger, and our middle finger's here. So, and this thumb is sitting right here, so basically you're just pushing up on this thumb to do the first U move, and then you finish with the side and the down. So again, we'll pull it out, push it over, and then your thumb's right here. And in my mind, that's the most efficient way you can use your finger movements. If your hand is already sitting here for something else, maybe your last insert, then you can pull it out and then push it, because your finger's right here, so you can push it over And then for your U2, come back up and recock your fingers and insert like that. The other way you can do it is pull it out, push it over, and then try to U2 both with this hand. I always feel like that's a little wobbly because you're trying to hold on and adjust middle faces, and it just feels a little unstable to me. So that's why I always pull out, push over, and then your thumb is right here. So might as well use it. So that's how you execute the FatSune. So on the left hand side you're pushing out, pulling over, and then the same concept, you're just pushing up with your thumb and then pull down. FatSune at speed. Your other lightning bolt case is, I think they call it the upstairs and the downstairs, but you can recognize it because it doesn't have two blocks on it. You'll have a single block and you won't have another block on this face. And there's two ways to solve this case, and both of them are kind of equal. I prefer one over the other, but the easier one to remember is if you organize, or if you orient your lightning bolt like this, so where your island piece is facing towards you. What we're going to do is we're going to do the T1 perm, and I did an entire video on this, so we've already covered this specific instance of the case, but basically what that is we're going to perform an F move, and then perform a sexy move on this pair, and then undo your F move, and that's going to, it's a T1 case, and it solves your cross. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our island piece and put it towards us, and we're going to perform the T move here, and then that also gives you a T case, but you have to perform a U move, and then do another T case, and that will solve your case. So when doing this one, you have your lightning bolt and you have a block here and a not a block here, or if you look across from your island piece and there's not a yellow piece here, you know it's the double T case. And what you do is you orient your lightning bolt where the island piece is facing towards you, and then you'll start your T case on this island. So you're going to start pushing down on this island piece. So we'll push down, then perform a sexy move, up, and then we're going to push right back here, and we're going to do another sexy move, because here's another T case. That will solve your case. So again, all you're doing is double T cases. We'll do a T here, so here's your lightning bolt, here's your edge piece, or your corner piece that's an island. So we're going to push this island down, perform your T, push, and perform another T. And that will solve your case. So that's the first way, and the kind of the easier way to remember how to perform this case. The other way you can solve this case is if you orient it so your corner piece is facing towards you and your lightning bolt is on the first two layers. So you kind of basically put it in the front, and here's your island case. What we're going to do is we're going to do a setup move, we're going to do the Sune, and then we're going to do an unsetup move. And I didn't cover this specifically in the Sune video because it's a little different, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to push this middle layer back like that, but we're going to do it with this back finger here. So our finger is already sitting here. We can push it up, and then we're going to perform a Sune over on the pair that's underneath our island piece. So here's our island piece, here's our pair that we're going to perform a Sune on. So here's our island piece in this case. So we'll perform a Sune here. So we'll push it out, pull it over, and then perform our Sune. And then you'll notice that in order to undo our setup move, that oriented our cross incorrectly. So all we have to do is move our cross over one more, and then our finger's been sitting here the entire time. So we're just going to pull in, and that will solve that case. So what that actually looks like is we're sitting right here, our ring finger's down here. So we'll push up, and we're going to perform a Sune on the pair underneath your island piece. So we'll push up, perform a Sune, and then fix our cross, and then M to completely fix our cross. So again, we'll M, perform a Sune. So we will M, and then perform a Sune on this piece, and then fix your line, and then middle to place it back. So again, we're going to, and how you would execute this is you would push up with your middle finger here, or your ring finger here. So I'm just pushing with my ring finger. You push up, and then you perform a Sune on this pair here. So this is completely regripless so far. And then before you finish your Sune, you know the next one's going to be a U move. So you're going to U move, and then get ready for your middle move. So U, M, all in kind of one motion. So again, we'll M, Sune, and then this last piece is just one of those. So you pull, pull, and then you're pulling with your ring finger to redo your line. So again, we'll M, perform Sune, and then fix. And once you get it down, this is a regripless alg. I think it's a little faster than the double T because the double T requires a regrip. You have to regrip like this to do the regrip, or you have to regrip like this to perform the algs. And with this one, you don't have to. You just push up, Sune, and then solve. So that's my preferred way to solve that case, and that's how I also do it on the left-hand side, because this is good for right and left hand because it's just a Sune, either the left or the right-hand side. So the right-hand version is what we'll do is here's our lightning bolt, here's our island piece. So we're going to M, and then perform a Sune on this piece, and then solve. So I like that alg. I think it's one of the more effective ones out there. It's a little more difficult to remember, but it's really just M, Sune, over your island piece, and then you can kind of look at the cube and see, okay, well I have to align my middle row and then fix my cross. So it's a little different. There's a setup move and an unsetup move, but I think it's a little more efficient use of fingers, and I think it's a little faster, and it's completely regripless, which I like. And at speed. So those are the small lightning bolt cases. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the description below. The next set of cases we're going to cover are your P cases. So they look like P's. And there's two of these. You have one where a bar is all the way across, and then you have one where you have a couple dots. So I have a dot here, or a bar here, and a dot here. And we'll cover both of those cases in the next video. And we've actually already covered this one in our T1 case video, but this one will be a new one, and this one's one of my favorite ones so far. So we'll get to that in the next video. And until then, happy cubing!